This is my project setup. Here we have Django codebase, exported PostgreSQL file, and Nginx virtual host configuration file. I am going to create Docker Compose YML file here. My Docker Compose version is 3.8. Here I am going to create 3 services: web, database, and Nginx. Under web, my Docker file is under Django folder. This is container name, and I am going to map the codebase inside Django container folder. Django is running on port 8000, and this service will depend on database. And I am going to give a condition here: the database should be healthy, then only Django should be running. If Django container is failing, then it should restart always. Under database, I am going to provide image Postgres latest, container name, under environment, I am going to give Postgres username, Postgres password, and database name. I have given same details in my Django DB configuration file. If you see my Django codebase, under settings.py, this is the DB configuration part. This is database name, this is username, and this is Postgres password, and this is the container name, which I have provided as a host. Now under volumes, I am going to map SQL file. So whenever container will be created, this SQL file should be imported. I am going to copy this inside container. And to make the data persistent, I am going to map PostgreSQL data folder with the host. So when new container will be created, I am able to see the same data. Now health check. I need to provide some parameters here for this health check service. Now under Nginx, the image name is Nginx. Its version is latest. This is container name. And I'm going to map port 80. Now Nginx configuration file. I'm going to map Nginx configuration. So this folder will be mapped inside container, as well as codebase also I need to map inside Nginx container. This service will depend on web. Now under PSQL folder, I am going to copy this exported SQL file. Now Nginx folder, here I am going to copy this Nginx virtual host configuration file. If you see this, it is going to proxy passing inside Django container. And this is folder path for static and media, so Nginx will be able to access these two folders. That's why I have mapped codebase inside container. Now if you see PSQL, this is database setup file. Now Django folder, here I am going to create Docker file. First I am going to pull Python 3.8 image. Then work directory will be /app. Now I am copying requirements.txt inside this container. Now I need to run this requirements.txt and it will expose this 8000 port where Django is running. Now I am going to run Django server on port 8000. This is Docker file for Django. Now I am going to create requirements.txt. Here I have two packages, Django and psychopg. Now this is my setup. If you see, there are no images and no containers. Now I am going to run docker compose up. Okay, all images are pulled. Okay, there is mistake in requirements.txt. I need to check. There is spelling mistake. I need to fix it. Now I need to run again. Okay, all containers are created. Database is imported and database system is ready to accept connection. Now these are the pulled images and these are the running containers. Now I'm going to access this project using Django port. Okay, so Django container is accessible, application is running. Now I'm going to access admin module. Okay, admin module is running fine. Now I'm going to access this application using Nginx container on port 80. Django application is accessible. Now I'm going to access admin module from here. Okay, admin module is accessible. So my application is running fine. I hope this tutorial will help you. Thank you for watching.